we do have another inspirational woman in the world of entertainment and lifestyle. Her brand has become synonymous with, I'm trying to use words that are bigger than me here, haute couture. And I hope I said that right. Her name is Danai Madondo, and of course, for a lot of us out there, especially if you're on social media, you've been seeing a lot of craze around House of Stone over the past couple of weeks. She is the name behind the amazing brand, has been around for a very long time, doing amazing things in our fashion space. Good morning, Danai.
Hi, Candace.
Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while.
I know. I've been in the closet, but I've come out.
Come out with a bang.
That's how we do.
Oh, very quickly, like how did House of Stone initially come about? What was the initial idea behind it?
You know what? When I started House of Stone originally in 2014, I wanted to come back and create a brand that was proudly Zimbabwean. I felt like there were no international Zimbabwean brands that people knew of, and I sort of kind of put it on myself to come and create a brand that I could make that was homegrown but exported to the world. That's why I called it House of Stone, Zimbabwe, Zimbabwe. I wanted it to be reflective. The moment that people hear this name, they're curious about the name, and then they find out the story behind it, and it brings a light towards Zim and what Zim fashion people are doing. So that was pretty much the reason why I started House of Stone.
Oh, were you always passionate about fashion?
You know what? I think I always appreciated it. I come from a very artistic family, a very fashion-forward family. My aunt was a seamstress. My grandmother was always sewing. My mom was a fashion killer. My sister and her friends were always doing the things that needed to be done. And I'd look at them in awe of like, wow, your fashion. So I think I've always been an appreciator. And I think it was maybe my early 20s, due to encounters that I had even with self-taught Zimbabwean designers that really influenced me to go and study fashion. So I think, yeah, fashion was calling me. It was like
it had your name in stones, like just come home. Come home.
Come on over. Come play. Let's play. Yeah.
Now, one of the things that under your many capabilities is textile artist. That caught my attention because I was very curious about what is that.
So during the first COVID lockdown, I got into macrame, and I was making these macrame designs for hanging baskets in my house.
Thank you for teaching me how to say that. I always read it and I'm like, I don't know how to say
some people say macrame, like everyone has this battle about what to call it.
I think that sounds correct.
Yeah, but then like when I started with that, it was mostly to make baskets for my house. Then I was like, let me try it in fashion. And then I started to experiment a lot with different techniques. And then one of my friends approached me and said, hey, I've seen you doing this macrame stuff and posting it. Why don't you apply for this exhibition? And I did. And suddenly I was a textile macrame artist. Wow. And it was truly incredible. It literally threw me into the world of textile art design and the possibilities of what we can do with craft in fashion within an art and gallery museum context. So that was really exciting for me. Self-taught, still learning, still growing. Baby at it. It's probably my second year in that space, but it's very exciting. It's looking very, very good.
And it's also kind of led to the evolution of House of Stone to where we are now. Just talk us into this new space that we're in.
So recently I launched the House of Stone showroom. And I really wanted it to be a very experimental space that is fluid. And what I mean by that is that it's a space where you come, anything can happen in that space. And we also want to celebrate Zim designs. So when I initially started it, I wanted to give the Zimbabwean audience a space where they can come, feel, touch, experience House of Stone clothing. But I really know so many incredible products made by Zimbabwean women. I said, no, I need to bring my people. Together. We need to come together. We need to do this. And I've always had a spirit of collaboration. And just knowing that I know other women in the industry that are experiencing similar challenges to me, I said, no, let's put our heads together. Let's bring our products into one space, a one-stop shopping experience for Zimbabweans so that they can know that this is what Zim women in design are doing, can do, the potential that we have within ourselves, and just to put that into one melting pot for us to just create art, express ourselves, share our Zimbabweanness through the products that we create.
And there really are so many amazing and talented designers and creators out there that if you don't know where to look, you really don't. So this coming under literally being housed by House of Stone is something that I think provides an entirely new dimension to us trying to get our brands out there as well before we even try to conquer the rest of the world. But who are some of the names that are now sharing this space with you?
So we have Patch Maoko. We love Patch.
I love it.
I love her whole ethos behind her brand. We have Ra London, but she's actually currently rebranding. She's still figuring out whether she wants to call it Harare or London, but I think watch our space for that branding change. We also have Rungano Rwedu.
Love it. Love it.
She's known as the Feather Lady, but she's also in the phase of trying to explore alternative designs. We have Boeka with the beauty products. If you walk into our showroom right now, it smells like heaven.
Right. Where is the showroom, by the way?
So it's actually based at Helensvale Shopping Center inside Emma Gumeni Cultural Center. So there's a lot of exciting stuff happening in that space. They're also rebranding it into a cultural center. Before it was the Boot Central.
Yes.
But they realized that there's a whole gap. We used to have book club, we used to have Manningberg, and we don't have those spaces anymore that really celebrate and showcase the culture within Zim, like from fashion, music, dance, spoken word. So it's really sort of like evolving into a space of celebrating Zim creativity.
This is yours.
Yes.
This is your design.
Yes.
This is some of the amazing. I love that you're so hands-on as well.
Yeah.
Literally every piece is something that you put together. And we hope to see you continue to grow and continue to work with all these amazing, amazing brands that we have and bring them to us. But for this morning, we are done with you.
Thank you for having me. I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Now, where do we find you on social media very quickly?
Find me at House of Stone, spelled H-A-U-S of Stone.
Okay.
Yes.